It's the nation's favourite antiques experts.
Help.
Behind the wheel of a classic car.
Well, hey, hot stuff.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
It's choppy waters out here.
The aim, to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners and valiant losers.
It couldn't go worse, could it?
Will it be the high road to glory?
Oh, I like your style.
Or the slow road to disaster?
Oh, blimey.
Oh, need me to get out and push.
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah.
Behold, Scorcher Rouge, Shropshire.
How low can you go?
Yeah.
James, you have so many qualities and I admire you a lot.
Oh, that's very kind. Why?
Why? Why? Good question. I like pig over.
Good diversion tactic, Izzy. It's the third leg with a couple of auctioneers. Sparkle Sleuth, Izzy Farmer, and Bamboo Championer, James Braxton.
Is there anything that you really just can't get enthused about?
I don't understand toys.
Yes.
Right. Anything else?
I'm a bit frightened of coins.
Coins and stamps as well.
Oh, don't get me on stamps.
Blimey, you two. Our scaredy cat, as snug as a bug, in the 1949 maroon Morris Minor convertible. Made before seatbelts were mandatory.
Izzy, this is the halfway mark. Any highlights?
Oh, naturally, your company.
Oh, you old smoothie.
Is that the best you can come up with? Last time, it was all about the va-va-voom.
Go, 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 go!
Izzy channeled her inner flipper. And James found his calling.
Hello, antiques. Bye.
But come the auction,
120
I've got a flyer.
Braxton popped his profit cork.
at £130.
Well done, you.
130.
Thank you.
Making it 1-1 for Izzy and James.
Third auction is always pick a decider.
Exciting, because it really is anyone's game. Whoever wins the most auctions out of 5 is the road trip champ.
The rare occasion that I do get a winning
Yeah.
item. Are you happy for me?
Ecstatic.
Yeah, Izzy, we believe you. Ha. This tour began in Derbyshire, with a run around the Midlands and a nosy in Staffordshire and Shropshire, with a final hurrah in the southwest of England, ending in Kingsbridge.
When an item like yours is flying along, I'm sort of secretly willing the auctioneer to put his hammer down.
Well, you're not doing it very secretly. You say it out loud.
Put the thing down.
All right, Jimbo. On this leg, our happy buddies are in Shropshire, shopping all the way to Bilston in the West Midlands. But we kick off with James in the town of Newport. JB is a man on a mission.
Wow. Yo, yo, yo.
Look out, James! Toys! Gilby's Antiques is his first port of call.
What a great shop. Crowded, but well spaced.
Don't forget that hat. With a resplendent budget of £200, let's have a swoosh around. Positively raining kettles in here. And jugs.
Oh, this is something up my street. I've always championed bamboo because it's just one of those incredible materials that is so resourceful.
When it comes to bamboo, old Jimbo's like a hungry panda.
You know, I come from Sussex, and one of the great buildings in Sussex is, of course, the Royal Pavilion. There's lots of fun things like, you know, the stair rods going up the stairs are painted in faux bamboo, but actually they're made of cast iron. I noticed there's a bit of movement here. Ah, here's the dodgy leg. You can see it. So it needs a dab of glue there, a bit of plate glass there, and it's right as rain. And that's probably over 100 years old.
Now, it doesn't have a price.
If that's 10, 20 pounds, I think I'll buy that.
While James revels in bamboo paradise, let's find Izzy. Our gal is in the rural village of Pattingham. She's bound for Jones of Shropshire. Plenty of salvage and reclamation outside. Inside, it's like a city of antiques. Over 30 dealers have packed the place full of goodies. And on such a glorious day, It's also a bit tropical.
It's very hot. I'm just going to be wafting hot air at myself.
It is rather large.
Can't even get any air.
As useful as a chocolate teapot, then.
If the antiques don't work out for me, at least I know not to become a fanner. I'm not very good at it. The door, the fresh air's in sight.
How very dramatic.
Oh, I can feel fresh air. I can feel fresh air.
She should be on the stage, you know. While Izzy searches en plein air, back to Newport.
Morocco.
Wow.
The sun is out. I can feel the wind, the gentle wind of the beach, can't you?
Do you know, I think the heat's got to him.
I like these. This was very much a sort of Edwardian arts and craftsy thing. And they have a sort of Moorish feel. One should have a loop at the end. And they hung in places like hallways and things. I suppose an early, more exotic disco ball.
Saturday Night Fever, eh? By the turn of the 20th century, great exhibitions were popularising items from around the world. Islamic or Moorish art was a significant inspiration to designers like William Morris. This does not have a price.
It's a star, bringing joy to the home.
All right, James, I have a feeling we will return to the sparkly. Let's leave our fellow in a celestial heaven. How about a nip over to Izzy in Pattingham? Ah, there she is, look, rootling in the sunshine.
Ooh, hello, what are you? Oh, they've got a good heft to them. That would definitely pass James's weight test.
Easy there, Izzy.
The question is, which way are they meant to be? We've got a locating post here and 2 bolt holes. They're a good heavy cast iron, just unsure as to exactly what they are. Some sort of seating item would be my gut. Quite like them though.
They look to be 19th century and a lovely quality item that can be reused to make something useful in the garden.
And the fact that the label is in a waterproof case and has nothing on it tells me that probably the sun has bleached out, which means they've been here a really long time, which is always good for negotiating. I've definitely got those on my maybe list. I really like them a lot. It's ultimately going to come down to price, but I think they're fab.
While Izzy explores further, let's swing on over to Newport. Goodness knows what Braxton's up to this time.
So much pottery. Look, we got a bit of wood. What's this? What's this box? Open the box. Wow, what are these? These are sort of bottle-y things.
That's the technical term.
It says, early 20th century, fitted mahogany. Yeah, I can see that's mahogany box. With glass bottles and other microscope-related items. Reveal yourself, you box. Hey, look at these lovely boxes. I love these old-style labels. Look at this. Malachite green. So it's got a liquid in there. Maybe this is for dyes or something. And it's Flatters and Garnet Limited, Oxford Road, Manchester.
A nationally important firm that began at the turn of the 20th century. They were purveyors of microscopical equipment for educational use.
Sometimes these things at auction can do really well. They're just fun things, aren't they?
I like it, James. And the price?
Whoa, I really like this, but £59? I'm going to have to see Bernie about this.
Brace yourself, Bernie. Here comes Braxton with a bevy of buys.
Bernie, what a lovely shop. I found many things, and one of the things I found is this box. The only downside is the 59, Bernie. What's going on there? Would 35 buy?
I'd like 40, really.
Okay. What about that table?
Bamboo table in the back.
50.
15, that's good. And the star, the joyful star.
Yeah, yeah.
What could that be?
Fiver to you.
Fiver. So we got 20 quid, 40, 60 quid?
60 quid.
60
Good
quid?
man, yeah.
Oh, well.
JP is delighted. Bernie, you are a very kind man. That breaks down to 15 for the bamboo table, £5 for the mirrored star, and 40 for the wooden box of dies, leaving James with £140.
Look at this box, how it catches the light. Is this the winner?
The rest will be sent to auction. Now, back to Pattingham.
I genuinely really like benches. But I think it's essential that I test out a bench. Do you know what? It's a bit wibbly wobbly.
Just a tad.
It's all right, this bench. It's got a good look to it. I don't think it's as old as it's looking. I suspect it's probably the second half of the 20th century, but it looks older, and it's got that really lovely sort of Victorian England park bench and not a care in the world, much like myself, the sun's shining. I'm road tripping with James Braxton. What more could a girl want?
Not much.
And it's the right time of year to be selling garden items at auction. It needs a little bit of TLC. This is a broken piece of wood and it's missing a screw there. So it's obviously been out in the garden and used.
It was the Victorians that championed the public park in Britain. It was an early form of well-being for the masses. Garden furniture, such as the humble park bench, emerged and is now a must for back gardens everywhere.
Have we got a price on it? Is what I'm looking for? Yes, we do. £70. Quite a bit more than I'd want to pay. I think I need to go and find Mike and see what can be done, because I like this and I like the other metal bits.
Watch out, Mike. Izzy is coming your way.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Let's start with the garden bench, priced at 70.
We could go for 40.
40, okay. And what I can only presume are bench ends.
They've been there a while, yeah. We could actually 20.
Can I be really cheeky? Can I say both for 40? So 30 for the bench, 10 for the ends.
Could you do 45?
We're being more than fair. Thank you very much. That's the deal.
Thank you.
Mike, you're the man. The pair of cast iron ends for £10 and the garden bench for £35. Izzy now has £155. The ends and the bench will be sent onwards to auction.
Do you know what? I have worked hard. I think it's time for an ice cream.
Make mine a 99, eh? Together again, our chums are back on the road. We're talking all things celebrity.
Have you ever consciously sold something that's been in the hands of a very famous person?
Have actually.
What's that?
Ballet shoes.
Wow.
Belonging to Margot Fontaine. And, wait for it, red ballet shoes as well.
Wow.
Impressive. Our roving road trippers have made it to the town of Shrewsbury. Nestled along the serene River Severn, a legendary institution was born here in 1871. Founded with a vision to celebrate the noble sport of rowing and the spirit of camaraderie for all, Pengwern Boat Club quickly became a pillar of the community. The town's annual regatta was founded in the same year and is one of the oldest events in the rowing calendar. Luckily for us, the regatta is in full swing. Izzy and James are joining former rower and member of this prestigious boat club, Chris Henderson.
Hi, Izzy. Hi. Hi, James.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to meet you.
Welcome to Pengwern Boat Club and to our Shrewsbury Regatta.
Back in the 1870s, the sport of rowing was very popular here.
At the time when the club was established, there was already an existing Shrewsbury Rowing Club here. But that was very elitist, and I think the local residents wanted a boat club which they could come down to be more inclusive,
Right.
to be recreational rowing and also competitive rowing.
By the turn of the 20th century, the Pengwern Boat Club was so attractive to the locals that it superseded its elitist rival.
Has rowing always been recreational?
Yes, it has really, but like all recreational sports, at some stage competition trends to come into it and people want to compete against each other. I call it the ultimate team sport, you know, because you're so reliant on each other that actually you build fantastic sort of your relationships and the work hard and play hard ethic really kicks in.
And nurturing that competitive spirit was Pengwern Boat Club's very first coach, Tom Hoare, a renowned waterman at a time when everything was on the river.
But that's the weird thing. We think of roads now being the vital arteries for transport, but it was rivers, wasn't it?
It was.
In 1800s England, the Thames was the fastest highway, making the skilled watermen who ferried passengers along the river crucial for commuting, shipping and communication.
Thomas Hall, he is a very famous character within the club's history, but his claim to fame was he was the youngest ever winner of the Doggett Coton badge.
Beginning in 1715 for apprentice watermen, this daring race is still held today. Running from London Bridge to Chelsea, it's a test of skill and endurance and is considered to be the oldest boat race in the world. Over the years, this club's driving ambition for success has also embraced change.
You know, the original Shrewsbury Rowing Club, and unless you were from a certain standard family and what have you in the county, then you didn't get an opportunity. So Penguin, as it is today, has always wanted to be a very inclusive club and open to all.
Despite being an all-male sport for over a century, Penguin Boat Club welcomed constitutional change in the 1970s, with membership of ladies and gents being approximately equal ever since.
The big change has come about from less, should we call it, recreational rowing and more competitive rowing. So people come from all over the country to race here. It's developed now to be a much more competitive club than it ever used to be here.
Right, the Penguin Ladies Race is about to start. Chop chop, you two.
I don't want to tread on anything vital.
Perish the thought.
Well, good luck. We're really rooting for you.
Penguin, attention, go!
Come on, ladies! James are winning! Yeah!
They're winning. They're winning. Well done. Well done.
Well done, ladies of Penguin. Beyond the shimmering waters, the Penguin Boat Club stands proud as the heartbeat of the community. A welcoming space embodying the timeless beauty of rowing. From water to tarmac, we're back in the Morris.
How did you fare today, James?
Very good, very good. So a bamboo table found its way into my clutches.
Why does this not surprise me?
It would not be a road trip, James, if you didn't buy a piece of bamboo.
I know.
All hail the mighty bamboo. Nighty-night. We're up with the larks.
Shall we play a car game?
Yep, far away.
Shall we do Guess the Antique?
Yeah, oh, that sounds good. I've never played that.
So it's a bit like I Spy, but with antiques and clues.
Right, you first, Jimbo.
It's got a handle.
Teapot.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
A door. Or it's an antique.
It's made of pottery.
A jug?
Jug! Well done.
That was easy.
A Georgian gentleman would have one of these.
A cane.
No. They're quite small.
A fob.
No.
Snuff box.
Yes.
Might catch on, you know. Yesterday, Izzy plumped for the weighty cast iron ends and the garden bench.
It's all right, this bench. It's got a good look to it.
Izzy now has £155. While James was full throttle with the old buying, scooping up the bamboo table, the mirrored star and the wooden box with microscope dies,
Reveal yourself, you box.
leaving James with 140 smackers.
I've got another game for us, James.
Yeah.
We have to catalogue each other for auction.
I'd say Sparky, red-headed girl and colourful fingernails. Witty and clever. That's it.
Thank you.
Right. And James?
For you, so it'd have to be
I don't want any heaviness, okay?
Absolutely not.
jovial gentleman, excellent dress sense, intelligent, a great sense of humour.
And passes the Braxton weight test. Oops. Our two chums are making for Bridgnorth in Shropshire, home to the oldest and steepest funicular railway in England, which John Betjeman likened to being lifted up to heaven.
Isn't it lovely?
Look at these fabulous brick buildings and then this huge mill.
This is Old Mill Antique Centre, a former seed mill. Let's see what sprouts up in here.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a bargain, aren't we all? I can smell them. Is it
What do they smell of?
something rich, like truffles or saffron?
Oh, okay.
How magnificent.
No, I'm getting bacon.
Are you
Bacon.
hungry?
Bacon sandwich. I think it's on the first floor.
Trust him, eh? While he snuffles for meaty treats, let's chum along with Izzy. Remember, she has the sum of £155. There's 4 floors of wall-to-wall antique delights here. Let's see what she finds.
I've seen a couple of bits in here, possibly. So there's a commemorative mug. This one is William IV, so he is the monarch just before Queen Victoria. If it's commemorating his death, that means it's 1837. So we're not a million miles off 200 years old.
Let's take a closer look.
Oh, there is a great big crack running the entire length of the mug. It is only £10, so that's probably the reason why, because of that huge crack. I'm going to think about it. I could be tempted. Maybe.
And while we're here,
There's also a really rather charming trio. You've got the bamboo aesthetic influence here. So the aesthetic influence comes from the Far East. It was very popular during about the 1880s, 1890s. And you see a lot of the Far Eastern influences, particularly with bamboo. So here, our handle has been formed as a bamboo stem.
old Bamboo Braxton will be impressed.
You've got this lovely, lovely sort of sugary pink interior.
Lasting from 1860 until 1890, this movement embodied art for art's sake.
So on the base here, we have our hand-painted number 8646. That's probably a pattern number. I'd expect it to be on each piece. And then we have our lozenge, our Victorian registration mark here. So from this lozenge, it will be possible to date this piece. Everything about this adds up to it being Victorian. It just sits so perfectly. It's so you want to nurture it and cradle it and have a little sip. I love it.
Any price?
There is no price on it, and this makes me really worried because it's probably going to be a lot of money. But I'm definitely going to inquire because I really like it. I do love it. I just think it's beautiful.
I do too. Now, our chap James has £140 to play with. What's he sniffed out? Apart from bacon butties.
This is my sort of stall. It's got funny odds and ends. This is a rather nice item here. This would have been on the top of by lampposts and things, obviously for the coronation, 1952. And you would have put shorter flags in here. So it's just a fabricated ply, but it would have been hand-painted. But it's aimed to the crown. It wouldn't go on your head. This would go on a lamppost.
Glad you told us.
What have they got on it? £85. It probably would be worth £85, but it's got that damage there. That's a great shame. You know, I think that's about £40 with the damage.
While James rootles further, let's get busy with Izzy.
We have here a joke chamber pot, and when you in it want to peas, remember them who sent you this. Lol.
Blimey.
You've got the lustreware here in the pink. It's probably Sunderland lustre.
Lustreware of this type was developed by Wedgwood in the early 19th century. Sunderland factories replicated this style with that signature pink sheen. As it was cheaper, it had more mass appeal. Very collectible today, though. £25 on this.
I mean, chamber pots don't generally make very good money, and this one is very damaged. I was half thinking, do I put the damaged commemorative cup with the damaged chamber pot? Keep it in the back of the mind.
And to help Izzy decide, she has a special ritual. Sofa bouncing. Works every time.
First one best.
That's better. Izzy is now ready to chat dosh.
John?
Hi.
Ah, there you are.
Let's begin with the damaged combo lot of the chamber pot and William IV mug.
£10, £25. I kind of only want to pay 20 for the two.
Ooh. While John catches his breath, the unpriced Victorian teacup trio.
Can this be under £20?
I was trying to think of sort of 25.
If we say 25 on that, can we stick to 20 on that? 45 for the lot.
We can.
That's fair, thank you. You're
OK.
a top gent.
A nicer chap you cannot meet. £45 for a gaggle of buys. Thanks, John. Izzy now has £110. Back inside, let's find a wandering Jimbo.
That's a big pot, isn't it?
Bit of a whopper. Another mystery box, James?
Unusual box, isn't it? I like this box because, bizarrely, most boxes will have straight edges, but this box has chamfered corners, so the edges have been rounded. The unusual thing also is that it has 3 keyholes here, which would suggest it has 3 locks. It's got 2 locks still. The central one's been taken out. So that would suggest it's some sort of strong box. We've got 2 concealed drawers, and we've got the lovely figuring of the oak. This is quarter sawn oak. These are called medulla res, and then you can really see it. Sometimes known as silvering. It's very well made, this.
Before paper money, the strongbox was an early form of safe, and the best way to store your valuables of heavy coinage and jewels.
The way it's fashioned, I would say it's made between 1840 and 1860. Your strongbox is probably more a safe or something metal or something hidden or concealed, but this would make a great bread box. It's very well made, so it's nice and tight. You keep the air off it, and you put your loaf of bread in there.
Great idea. He's a proper foodie, our Jimbo.
If I could buy that around £40, £50, there might be a profit in it. I can't see a ticket on it, but I'm sure John knows the price of it, so I'm off to see John. Wish me luck.
Good luck! John, you've got another customer.
John, I found a box. Quite a heavy box as well.
OK, you found something of mine, so
Yeah.
you're going to ask me what the best I can do, isn't it?
I had in mind that, 35 is what I'd like to pay for it.
Ooh, I think we're going to struggle with that one.
35?
40 quid.
40 quid? Yep,
Gonna
you've
work.
gone and got yourself a deal.
OK.
Well done, that man.
That lovely buy means James now has £100.
The only way to buy furniture is at the right price.
Never a truer word. Well done. Now, back in the Morris, Izzy's hurried off ahead.
What I forget about James is he's so charming and he's so genuine. Is he just lulling me into a false sense of security? And then like a snake, is he going to dart and go in for the kill?
Eh? Our lovely old James? Surely not. Izzy has arrived in the town of King's Winford. We're going for a snoop in Old Curiosity Shop. Let's get in.
Hello, Val.
Hello, Izzy. How are you?
I'm very well, and yourself?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Can I get looking round?
Yes, help yourself.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Val. Off we jolly well go. Our gal has the sum of £110 and an absolute array of all sorts to consider.
I'm absolutely terrified of breaking items in here. Everywhere I put my foot, there's items, and there's items behind items behind items. I'm just trying to be really careful.
Yeah, we don't want a telling off from Val.
You have to look everywhere in this shop. There are literally items hanging from the ceiling, cascading from the walls, like falling out across the floor. Just jam-packed everywhere.
What's this?
Oh, I'd hoped that this was a Minton Majolica 19th century hors d'oeuvres plate. In actual fact, it's a reproduction hors d'oeuvres plate in the style of Minton Majolica. And you've got these shells here, so you would probably expect it to be seafood-related hors d'oeuvres or even holding oysters. It's £10. I wish that this was 19th century and original, because I would absolutely have been snapping it up if it was.
Let's leave Izzy to delve further. Now, what of James? Our man has made it to the town of Bilston. This is the place for JB, Bilston Antiques. Oh, nice cap and mat combo.
Wow.
Let the antique mooch commence. And just like Izzy's shop, it's packed and piled high. James has £100 in his kitty.
The winning recipe. 2 parts antiques, 1 part luck, and give it a shake.
Indeed.
When I started in the antiques business, I started for a firm of auctioneers in Lewes in East Sussex. I must have sold literally hundreds of these. This is a copper known as a lizard jug, and these were made in a manufactory literally over there towards the back of the shop, and it was called J. Sankey and Sons of Bilston. And Bilston, very famous for its enamel, also very famous for its metalwork. And Sankey's made these throughout the 19th century, and they really stopped doing all of this with the Great War effort. So the Great War started in 1914, and suddenly copper jugs like this became shell cases. This is priced at £26. But I'm going to leave those. I want to find something really juicy.
Let's find the juicy then.
Oh,
He's found the juicy.
here we are in Bilston, famous for its enamel. This lovely enamel sign, and it's very evocative. It's got incredible weight. I think this is probably sort of 1910, 1920, something like that, possibly even up to the 30s. Reproduction ones produced in the last 20, 30 years, aren't this heavy.
This colourful street jewellery was deliberately vibrant with catchy slogans to attract buyers. It began in the Victorian era, and Bilston was a major supplier.
And it says concentrated energy of beef.
Very juicy.
This is what got people through world wars. Anyway, it's a fabulous item. These sort of things normally make quite a lot of money. Generally, they're always a bit bished and bashed, but this one is in surprisingly good condition. It hasn't got a ticket price on it, so I'm off to see Peter and see if I can do a deal.
Stand by, Peter.
Ah, Peter. I have found a sign.
Very nice sign.
And pretty undamaged, isn't it? It's got no price tag on it, Peter. What could it be?
I did a deal, 80 quid.
£80?
Yes.
I'll give you £80. That's really kind. Thank you, Peter.
Top man, Peter. Leaving James with just £20.
I'm really pleased with this. This could be a winner for me.
Here's hoping. What about Izzy in King's Winford?
What am I going to buy?
I don't know, but it looks like a clock.
So it's a travel clock, 1950s. Unfortunately, it is missing a screw here and the clasp doesn't close properly. But what I like about it is that it's in the form of a handbag. And you might be mistaken for thinking at first that it's a compact, but actually you open it up and inside you've got this travel clock. And then you just prop it up like that on your bedside table. Now, it is damaged, which is a shame, but hopefully it would still work.
The travel alarm clock harks back to Art Deco decadence, when taking a long sleeper train was the best way for international travel.
I think that's just a bit of fun. Vintage charm. And it is a great travel size. If you're going away and you want a backup alarm, it's just such a shame about the condition. Val, how much is this travel clock?
You could have it for 20.
I'm just a bit concerned about the damage to it. Could we get it to £15?
18, I'll do it for 18.
And that's your best?
That's the very best.
You're a hard woman, Val. Val, you've twisted my arm. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Val, it's been a delight. Thank you. With £92 left, Izzy's final buys mean the shopping is now complete. Our lovely twosome are together again.
Are you hungry this evening?
Oh, yes.
What do you think of curry?
You like a curry, don't you, James? You are a fan of a curry. I've noticed this.
I do like a vinegary
Oh, yes.
and a bit of cumin.
Yum.
Curry it is. Afterwards, get some shut-eye. We can hardly contain our exhilaration as we limber up for a bit of auction action.
Are you nervous about this?
I've got a bit of excitement, actually.
Why?
I think I've got a good item.
Oh, no.
How about you?
Oh, fear and trepidation.
Our pair, after racing around Shropshire and the West Midlands, have returned north to the city of Glasgow for the third in a best-of-5 auction contest. At McTears, sending in the room, on the phone, and on the World Wide Web. The man with the gavel is the moustachioed James Bruce.
at £55. Sold.
Izzy bought 5 lots for £108. What do you think, James?
I particularly love the Victorian lustre chamber pot. It's a brilliant thing. I love the irreverent humour of this, and I think this will do particularly well.
Our James collected 5 lots for the sum of £180. What's your fave?
I really love the early 20th century enamel advertising sign. This has a real kind of original, untouched look to it. It would be good in any kitchen.
Back to our giddy road trippers.
So, fingers crossed, legs crossed.
Yes.
Everything crossed.
Everything's crossed. Because so far we are one apiece.
First up, we have the #1 love of James, the bamboo table.
I always like to test the market, see where we are in the appreciation of pavilion furniture.
Here at £10.
Oh, £10.
Are you coming in for 15? £10 it is,
Oh,
though.
you see?
£10.
The party's
If that's
over.
all it's worth, and I am going to sell it. Fair warning, you have had here at £10.
It doesn't matter.
With bamboo, you will forgive anything, James.
Crashed. Is it crashing? Like the Great Depression of bamboo furniture.
Time for Izzy's 1950s travel alarm clock.
I'm sure it doesn't need a battery.
No. No, I would. No. No.
Okay.
So we can open the bidding at £15.
That's not too bad, I paid 18.
15 and 20, I've got 5.
Okay, good. Profit.
At £25, the hammer is coming down.
Do you know what? I'm delighted with that because I truly thought it might have been a loss.
Hands down, that was a good result.
It's great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, some beefy energy next with James's enamel sign.
What's this going to make?
I want it to be many hundreds.
Oh, I think it will be.
We're already at £70.
Look, it's
5
going.
and £80 I've got. £80,
Profit, 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 you're in
5 takes
profit.
it online. The hammer is coming down at £85.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
You're not the only one. Proper bargain for someone.
I thought it was going to fly.
I thought it was going to fly.
There, JP. Izzy now with the weighty cast iron bench ends.
Because they 100% ticked the James Braxton weight test.
We're opening already at £30 with me, and £5 and £40 bid, and £5 and £50 50.
Aren't they lovely?
It's stalled. It's 5 has taken it.
Aren't they
So
lovely?
And I will no sell. Fair warning at 55.
Very pleased with that. That's a nice little return on £10.
Nothing like rubbing it in. Good work, though.
It was a very hot day. I was feeling inspired when I bought them.
Long may it continue. James's wooden safe box now.
It's quite a nice box.
I like this box.
It's
It's
got
nice.
nice rounded corners.
It's a nice box.
A rounded box.
We can open at £50 with me. £50 with me.
£50
Any more
profit.
at
Straight in.
£50, £5 and £60 I've got. £60.
That is a good canny buy, James.
£60, and I can sell. If we are done, and it looks like we are, fair warning.
I'm pleased with that.
Pretty good, James.
I think that's nice. I think that's a good result for that.
Yeah.
Another wooden offering. Behold Izzy's outdoor seating.
I love a garden bench.
I like a garden bench. Who doesn't like a garden bench?
Just we're at 25 and 30 bid, 35 and 40 bid. At 40, any advance, you're hovering there, £5 more if you've got it, and you do. At 45 and 50 against, you know. At 55 and 60 bid, 65 and 70 bid. At 75, 75, 80. They keep on
There's a little
coming.
bit of
We're not
damage.
slowing down
I don't
yet.
think anyone's
85
bothered,
and
is he?
90 bid. £90, 5 if you're
like a
coming in.
runaway
95 is
train.
no bid. 5 and 100 bid. I'll sell
I'm a
at
fan of garden
£100.
bench.
110 is no bid. At 110 and 20 no bid. At
Excellent.
120
Come on,
and
stop.
30
No,
if you're bidding.
James,
if you're not
come on.
bidding, I'll be
Stop.
selling.
Don't be like
And
that
it looks
now.
like I can sell.
No, sir.
It looks like I will sell at £120.
I'm greedy, I'd like more.
I'm giving you fair warning here. I am about to sell.
Ignore
We have
him,
slowed
ignore
down.
him.
120 and the hammer's up. And it is no down.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now that's what you call a profit. Well done, Izzy.
That had a sort of garden centre feel about that bench.
Don't be rude about my bench.
He's just jealous. Another woody delight. This time, James and the wooden box of microscope dies.
I like the name Flatters and Garnet.
Yes.
Bid at £30 with me.
Profit.
35 and 40.
Yeah, 40.
£40, 5 and 50. 5
doing very
and
well. You never know.
£50. Fair warning. The hammer's up and it's now about to come down for £50 if we're done.
James, you're doing well.
True, but he has a bit of catching up to do.
You're making good profit on every item.
Right, Izzy's combo lot now of Chamber Pot and William IV mug.
I've bought a chamber pot.
Oh, a potty.
£30 here online.
Could be a
35
loving
is
cup.
bid. 35 is online, and
You'd fit a
40
lot of
would be
ginger
next.
water in there.
35, 40. I'm in no hurry to sell this. I think it's brilliant. 45, 50 is bid. 55. Can we get any more? £60 now between the two
they're
of
early
you.
items.
£70 no bid. 75. There we
That's
go. Not
slow-
too difficult. One
Yeah,
click away.
it's getting a nice-
75.
Yes.
I do have to sell it today, and I
Yeah,
will
go on.
sell it for £75.
You're not being very patient,
If we're
are you,
done,
James?
the hammer will come down at £75.
Excellent. That's a nice little tidy profit.
Another big money clincher. Good work.
You haven't dropped a beat.
Your turn, James, with the sparkly mirror star.
They're quite cool in a hallway, aren't they?
£20 is the starting bid,
It's not
but can we get
really,
any
though,
more?
is it?
£20
You've got
here.
£20.
Any advance at £5 and £30
Four
here.
times the profit.
Any advance at £35 and £40 here.
Oh
Any
my
advance
goodness,
at
James,
£40.
look.
Another 45. I've got 50 though. £50.
Staggeringly good.
Oh, he's
Looks
got
like your
commission
own.
bid.
£50 it is, and selling. Fair warning.
10 times profit. That's amazing.
Yep, a twinkling result, James.
See, I knew you had good taste.
Vintage.
It's the final lot, Izzy's Victorian teacup trio.
It's beautiful, 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 beautiful item.
It's a charming Victorian trio, cup, saucer and side plate as
Look,
you
look,
see
look, look.
it.
Aha,
It's,
he hasn't even
brown,
started
West
asking
Head
for
mooring
bids
coat.
yet.
A wonderful sort of aesthetic period
Look,
look
look,
to
look,
it.
look, I knew
As
it was
I
good.
waffle on, it keeps on climbing up. We're at £190 in Canada, now back at $240 in the UK. $280 back in the UK.
Wow.
Are you still there in Canada? £300.
I feel
Is
a
it
bit
making
sick.
its way to North America at $300? And one more bid. Why not? At £320.
Oh, I just love it, James.
Can we? Once the hammer's down, it's gone, and it is no down.
Sip, sip, hooray! What a terrific result, Izzy.
Love that trio. Let's go and drink to
come
my
on.
trio.
Come on. It's trio.
Exceptional stuff. James began with £200. After all auction costs, he's made a teeny profit of 51 pence. Izzy also began with 200 smackers. After all sale room costs, she's made a big whopping profit of £345 and 19 pennies. Wow! Izzy is the triumphant winner. With 2 auctions under her belt, the heat is now on. Any profits made by the end of the week go to children in need. Fantastic.
Pink again.
Yeah.
You did it. Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
was superb prize.
Thank you. I'm going to stick to buying pink from now on.
Definitely your colour. Next on the trip,
Give it the beans.
we're all about beauty.
What colour would you dye your hair?
Blue.
Izzy is a tease.
If you're doing something with your eyes and looking really flirtatious.
And James channels Dr. Dolittle.
That's what I love about cars. They are so inquisitive, aren't they? Hello, how are you?